and welcome to my new typewriter space. I am so excited to share this with you today. I have been looking for a desk specifically for my typewriter for a couple of months now, going to antique stores and thrift stores and searching online and just rinse and repeat over and over. I thought that it would be a lot easier to find a desk than I realized, but I did have a certain look in mind, and I do have a limited space. There's only one space in the house where I could put a desk. And in the end, I ended up getting a desk that is a little bit oversized for this space, but it just was too good of a desk to pass up. So this is an oak desk that I'm guessing is from maybe between the late 1800s to the early 1900s, maybe into the 1920s even. Which is a dream of mine, to have a study that is reminiscent of the 1920s, and I hope to have that one day. It'll be like an office and a music room. So this is just one step closer. I do have a wonderful desk already. I've shared it here on this channel before. I've had it for a couple of years now. But because it is a drop leaf table, the surface is not ideal for typing upon because it's not a very solid surface. So when I do type on the desk, it's like it bounces and shakes and it makes a lot of noise. So having something a lot more solid is really nice, and having something where I can always have my typewriter out, and anytime I feel inspired I can just go and sit down and start typing is really nice. And I suppose having it in the bedroom is a benefit as well, because I can shut the door and not be disruptive, because it's a loud hobby. So I think I will just get started on the tour. Okay, so welcome to the bedroom. And there's little Fig. Hi, Fig. Do you want to say hi? Hello. He's like, no, I really don't want to say hi. So this is the bedroom, and this is my new special space. Over on this side is actually my violin section. So we have my music, my instrument, and then over there are some hampers. And this is the desk. And when my typewriter is not in use, I cover it up because the space gets really dusty and I don't want dust in my typewriter. The lamp was a freebie from the woman who was selling the desk. And I think it goes really nicely in this space. Those are from, I think, 1945, Arizona Highways. The magazines, I ripped out the pages and framed them. They're really beautiful. The paper is super brittle, so I'm glad I was able to frame them before they broke apart. Over here, I'd like to keep this desk really minimal. One, because Bean the ferret will have access to this desk and he'll push anything over that is available to push over. So keeping it simple. These are all books that I've read in the new year. Or at least these are the books that I've read in the new year. These are the 2 books that I'd like to read in the new year. This year, 2021. This is the book I'm currently reading. This is my journal. So, something that's so cool about this desk is it has these pullouts to like really expand your workspace. We have this really tall cabinet here, which I thought would make a great trash can receptacle. Like I could put a little basket in there and throw trash away. I also thought it could be great for my typewriter case. However, it's now the space for my sewing machine, as my sewing machine hasn't a place to live. Although I'd like to change that, just because I hardly ever use my sewing machine. I really love the details on these drawers. This is what reminds me a little bit of the 1920s, the style of these handles. In the top drawer, I have pen pal letters that I need to respond to, address book, envelopes, These are little dividers that I can move out and rearrange. Here are my typewriter related things. So this is my typewriter journal, the paper for my typewriter journal, and then this is also typewriter paper and also all the stories that I have written. These are all pen pal letters that I've already responded to. And this is empty potential. Hello? That is a dirty mirror. We're gonna move on. So yeah, there is my violin space. I like having this space. That was another thing in our bedroom that we didn't really have, is like a better spot for my violin and for practicing, and so I'm glad to have it. And also, since this is oak, like I just feel like these two pieces of furniture match really nicely together. And while I have you here, I just want to give a quick update on my journal and the setup that I'm using right now. So I've moved back into a pocket again. I've told you before, it's been a rather restless journal year, and sometimes you just got to return to the thing that was your best. I don't know. So this is pocket. I have so many pocket-sized journal covers, and I have a couple of pocket Leuchtturm notebooks still that need to be used, and I really like this size so much. And there were times when it was very difficult to cram my thoughts into such a tiny space, but overall I like the pocket size, and it just is what I seem to keep going back to over and over and over again. This is, did I mention? I don't think I did. This is the Chic Sparrow Scout, which is available now, of my understanding. It came out at the end of last year for just like a trial period, but I guess there was so much response to it that they have brought it back for a while. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent line or just another temporary run, but last I checked it was still available on Chic Sparrow. So I am using my Kaweco Brass Sport so much these days. I just really like this pen. It's hard to write with other pens now. It's really funny because there are two things in fountain pens that have always been really important to me. One is to have a large carrying capacity for ink, so like a piston-filled fountain pen, and two, gold nib. I like having gold nibs. But this one is neither of those things. I'm using a cartridge and it has a steel nib, but there is just something that has captivated my heart, and I just can't not use it. I just wanted to share with you all of the patina that has occurred on this fountain pen. This is the Brass Sport. Now, I think it was last summer, my partner and I experimented with some patina, like a forced patina, by putting, I think it was vinegar and salt, which gave it a beautiful mottled pink that has long since faded. I think most of it is gone now at this point. But check out the grip section. You can see exactly where my fingers always rest. So I hold my pen like this very consistently, and there is now these cool little wear spots. I'm using this as my wallet again, and I have a Leuchtturm pocket-sized notebook in there. Now this is also listed as an A6 size. You can find it on JetPens, you can find it on Leuchtturm directly. I think you can find it on Amazon and eBay. It's a pretty available little notebook. The thing that has really been wonderful for me, like I said, I've been very journal restless this year, and I've had some difficult times feeling comfortable in a journal or feeling inspired by a journal. And I have been writing a lot in this journal, but more importantly, something that I haven't done in a long time is do like collages, like really simple collages. These aren't like fancy or artistic necessarily or interesting, but I've been doing a lot of collages and it feels really good. I actually stopped doing collages in my journals because I have an Etsy shop now, and all of my collages that I've been producing as of late have been things that I want to turn into stickers to sell. So I have not been creative just for myself, and it feels really good to just do something for my own benefit. And I'm the only one who will ever see these things, and it's kind of nice. So I'm glad. I feel very inspired. I feel very at peace, and it's just, I know it's a strange thing to have so many journaling related conundrums and expectations, and I don't know. But I know the journaling community understands, so I'm going to continue to share my own experiences as well. So that is it. Thank you all for joining me in this video. Thank you all for visiting my new typewriter space, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy writing.